Welcome to the Global Peace Film Festival Lives Online Conversation 2021 Festival Edition. Please join me, Kelly Devine, the Artistic Director, and Nina Strike, the Executive Director, in conversation with Folke Rydén, the Director of Balloons Over Babylon, a film you can see at the upcoming 2021 Global Peace Film Festival as part of our in-person screenings beginning September 21st, running through September 26th, or catch up with it on our virtual screening program starting September 27th, running through October 3rd. All the ticketing and scheduling information can be found at peacefilmfest.org. Please check out the website and follow us on social media. And now, please welcome Folke Rydén. Welcome, Folke.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to be able to participate in this great festival.
Thank you, and it's wonderful to have you here with us today. So can you start by telling us about the film?
Of course, and I probably should say that I'm in Stockholm, Sweden right now, and this film, it takes part in Iraq, in the Middle East, and it's called Balloons Over Babylon, and it's an exceptional film because it deals with one man and his dream to create peace and love, a message of peace and love in Iraq. And he wants to do this in a very, very extraordinary way. He actually wants to fly hot air balloons over Baghdad, the capital in Iraq, and over Babylon, which is, of course, the birthplace of modern society.
It's a beautiful film, and as you've just mentioned, you're in Stockholm, and the story takes place in Iraq. So how did you come to know about this gentleman and his dream, and how did you approach capturing this portrait of his work?
Well, I used to be a foreign correspondent and news correspondent for television, and I was stationed or based partly in the Middle East, and I was covering the war in Iraq during 2004 and 2005, and of course we needed to have local fixers to help us. And Murtarta, the main character in this film, he was one of the local fixers that helped us achieve and helped us report about the situation back then. And after leaving Iraq, 10 years later, he actually called me and told me that now he wanted to do something fantastic about his country. He wanted to kind of communicate a different image from this war-torn, desperate country that we are used to see on television in the Western world as a country full of anger, hatred, and despair. He wanted to show that this is not the true picture of this country. There's another side to it. And I said, well, that's fantastic. How would you like to show this? Well, he said, I have this idea. I want to fly hot air balloons over Babylon, the cradle of mankind. And if I can do this, and if these vessels peacefully can fly over Babylon, we can show to the world a different image, an image of hope, an image of peace. And I thought this is a crazy idea. I mean, it's probably impossible to achieve because at that time, situation was pretty calm in Iraq. But as soon as we started to film, the world heard of an organization called ISIS or IS. And that made things very, very difficult for us as a film crew, but specifically for our main character, Murtarta, to be able to finish this festival project. And if you watch the film, you're going to see what happens. And a lot of challenges are occurring as we try to achieve the our project, which is a film about his project, which is, of course, flying balloons over Babylon. Will he succeed to fly a balloon at all? Well, you have to watch the film to see.
Well, you know, with any filmmaking endeavor, you always start with inevitably with a certain set of assumptions, and the film takes you as much on a journey as the subject that you're covering. But can you speak to how maybe your war correspondent experience was helpful in this particular project?
Well, when Mutarda, our main character, called me and said he had this idea, I felt a lot of guilt. I felt I personally participated to painting the image of Iraq as only a country of war and despair and bombing and terrorists. And I felt personally that this is a chance for me for some kind of redemption as well. It's a chance for me to pay back to the Iraqi people and to show the world who they really are. It's a great country and the people are amazing. And I wanted to be able to contribute personally to that image being communicated around the world as well. So in this case, Mutarda's mission and my mission as a filmmaker combined very well.
Well, speaking of missions, the mission for our festival and why I was so attracted to your film is that the central mission is to show models, present ideas, educate people about different issues so that they can take those models and ideas into their own lives and their own communities and make the world a more just and peaceful place. And this film is definitely inspirational in that regard. Can you speak to what attracted you to applying for our festival?
Well, I think that what you're trying to achieve, of course, is fantastic. And congratulations to your success. I think what we all want to do is, in any way we can, is contribute to a better world. And what happens when you start your mission, if it's a small one-day mission or if it's a large many-year mission, is that you are not going to be the same person when you end compared to who you were when you started. And this is very true for this project, Balloons Over Babylon. As you will see when you watch the film, our main character is not the same person 3 years later after going through everything that he goes through. And I would agree. I mean, I'm not the same person. I learned a lot. And I learned a lot about what human spirit and compassion can achieve. And I was so inspired by that. And I think every single citizen in this global community wants to do good and take the chance. You're not going to be the same person when you end your mission, for sure.
That's wonderful, and that's a wonderful mission as well. So tell us what's next for you, and also how can our audiences support your work?
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to participate again in this great festival, and it's so interesting to be able to showcase this film and have it being screened all over the world. And we are working a lot with human relation documentaries and environmental documentaries. As you know, Greta Thunberg is from Sweden, lives just a few blocks from here. And her followers, right now, we're starting a 3-year project to try to connect young people that are interested in climate change with top world scientists and experts. And that's our next mission, to try to be able to communicate an important message in an entertaining way. So that's the next mission for us. And follow us on social media, of course, and our homepage, which I guess you're going to be able to post.
Oh, wonderful, Folke. Well, we will definitely be keeping in touch with you. We love to update our Global Peace Film Festival loyal followers on the projects for our filmmakers. And it sounds like another inspirational project. So thank you for that. And again, if you do want to follow Folke Rydén's projects, please go to folkerydén.com. That's FOLKERYDEN.com, and follow him on social media. And please, again, keep in mind that our in-person screenings begin September 21st and run through September 26th. Our virtual screenings begin September 27th and run through October 3rd. All the information can be found at peacefilmfest.org. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you at the next Glow.